Well, hello everybody. I don't know if you can see just up there. There's a beautiful deer just on the edge of the woods up there, but you know, with the GoPro you might not be able to see him. My eyes are pretty good. Yeah. Well, I'm back on the Fields of Dreams at last. I'm going to just check out now whether that top area, the darker brown area, has been planted. If not, I'm going to have a look around on the grass that hasn't, and it's quite short at the moment, so I can get on it. It's been a while since I've been here, and I have a new permission on the other side of the valley, so they're going to tell me about that today, how much land I've got, which I'm very excited about, because here is an early 1800s battlefield, and I'm finding relics from one side, and I want to get on the other side of this valley and see who was firing at who if I can, and identify which side was which. Exciting times, but that will have to wait probably until another day. Anyway guys, see you at the first find. Well, I'm sorry I didn't live dig that. That was hilarious. I had a 70 signal, which usually means some kind of aluminium. I dug it over and up popped this Superman Singleton's Snuff. Now, it's quite a nice aluminium tin. The funny part of it for me is that this is an English one, manufactured by agreement with the successors of Singleton and Cole Limited, Birmingham and Branches, England. Well, it doesn't have made in England on it, so it's an older version, but that's very cool. I mean, it's basically kind of trash, I guess, for a lot of people, but I think that's amazing, because I mean, a totally different country, so very, very cool. Moving on. Well, that will be my next find, which is a little buckle, little itty bitty buckle, nicely decorated. I don't know exactly how old that is, but it won't be particularly old. 1800s, I guess. Anyway, cool. Moving on. So I have something in this hole, about 4 inches deep. Really? Well, it had a hinge on it. It's up here. My guess would be that that's some kind of watch case. Well, out of that hole there came this. Question is, what is it? Well, I'm not entirely sure yet, but my guess is that that's part of a pocket watch. I think it's just bent on the end, but I'm not sure. There is an attachment to it. Oh, no, it's not. There's a pin there. But I think that's still part of a pocket watch. Cool. Moving on. Well, it's a proper mud fest today. As you can see, I'm getting covered in mud everywhere. That's my first interesting find on this side of the valley. I mean, I class the other side as the Fields of Dreams because of everything I find over there. I mean, this is also, I don't know what to call these, whether this would also be a continuation of the Fields of Dreams or whether I should name it something different. But that's a piece of lead. I don't yet know if it's a bullet or if it's some kind of gaming piece. It does seem to have some kind of strange shaping to it, but I'll clean that up later and take a look. I've just done all across the bottom edge and it's just full of aluminium and trash. So yeah, not sure if this lower area will give me much, but then I can go up onto the higher areas. So at the moment I'm just testing. I'll see you at the next good signal or find, whatever. Well, I just had a massive signal, big blaring surface signal, 70s. I thought that's got to be, you know, one, because it's sat on the surface somewhere, and two, because of the numbers. I thought it has to be trash, and it kind of is. Look at that. It's a smushed car. Must have come off the road over there. You can hear it in the background. Obviously went through the field and ended up totally smashed up here. Matchbox. Question is, can I get off it what it is? I would say, looking at it, it's a Jag of some kind. Not sure. Yeah, have to clean that up, I think, later on. Oh, I don't know, Matchbox. I think I'm wiping more mud on it than I'm taking off. Made in Macau, so I'm pretty sure that's not a older Matchbox one. Can't get to it. You know, everything is muddy here, so I'm wiping mud on as much as I'm wiping it off. But it's kind of a cool find. I do like to find these toys. See you at the next. Okay, so car came out there. Just out of this hole here came this. Now, because there's that loop on the top there, I'm guessing this is some kind of animal pendant. Perhaps a hedgehog. Not sure yet. But a car and a pendant means I have to slow down. You know, you can find an odd find anywhere that you're detecting, but as soon as you find two close by, slow down and start circling around these things. Okay, see you at the next. Well, I'm not sure what's going on with my camera. It just said I got no SD space and I've got 5 hours on it. So the GoPros, I've got two of them at the moment. I've had three, so 3 Hero 8s, and they've all been a little bit faulty. But anyway, enough of that. That looks kind of cool. It's colourful. I don't think it's anything special. It's aluminium. So it's some kind of plate or something, but yeah, kind of cool. Clean that up later. Well, that was a surprise. 96, 97. That's normally trash, and yes, probably this is trash. Let's look through the keyhole. No, it's not a keyhole. I have no idea who lives in a house like this, except that it's not a keyhole, so there's no house or bell. No idea. Probably a piece of farm machinery. It's quite light for the amount of metal that's in it, so my guess is that it's aluminium, cast aluminium, but somehow kind of cool. Moving on. Well, that there's a very welcome sight. It's a button. It's a pewter button. In really nice condition by the looks of it. Don't see anything in terms of markings on it, although there might have been a bit of green coloration on it by the looks of it, but I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'm very happy with that. See you at the next. Out of that, it's kind of sat on the surface there, so not really a hole, but just below the surface was that. Okay. Oh wow. It looks like a shell pattern. I'm not going to try and take that out here. I think that's a lid off something, I guess, off like a salt shaker or something. That's very cool. So, moving on. Well, I don't know. That could be rubbish, but it's green. Sorry about the wind noise. Try and keep you out of the wind if I can. Well, that one I have no idea about. I don't know. Looks like there was a hole through there. Might be two holes there. Yeah, I think there were two holes. Okay. No, still no idea. Okay, see you at the next. Well, I have something else. Another greeny. Looks interesting. Oh. Okay. So. Perhaps it's not so interesting. Looks like it has a cut type of thread on it. Not sure about that. Actually, I'm not even sure that that is a thread. No, it isn't. It's just a pattern. No idea. I don't think it's anything good. Well, take a look at that itty bitty tiny awful signal, scratchy 19 on the cruiser, which means almost certainly aluminium, and it's a tiny little flat button. Shank still in touch, attached. Very cool. Moving on. Another mystery item. Baby elephant tusk. Probably not. No idea what that is or what it's from. Metal bear claw? No. See you at the next. Well, I have to admit, these lead bullets are one of my favourite things. That doesn't look fired to me. I think that's in too nice a shape, but we'll see. Could be the first signs of getting close to where the other side was firing from, but you know, that odd musket ball, there was nothing else around it. Now this, we'll see if there's anything around this. See you at the next. And straight after, not 3 feet away from that lead bullet, I just found is a squished, what was a small caliber lead bullet by the looks of it. Might be fairly promising. We'll see. Well, my earlier comment on the tiniest flat button in the world is now gone. That is really tiny. Oh, and there's a pattern on that. That's lovely. And yeah, shank's still intact. Okay. Very cool. Clean that up later. Moving on. Can you see it? Is that what it looks like? I will have to take that home and clean that up, but I'm pretty sure that's a little soldier. I mean, he's seen better days, but I think that's what it is. If it is, that's very cool. Okay. Moving on. So as a quick wrap up for today, pocket watch part. This lovely shell shaped lid off something. It has hinge on the back here, so that would have sat on something and then you would have lifted it up like a sugar thing or something like that. I dug this but I didn't film it, and the only reason I'm showing it is because it's got these beautiful acorns. I hope I got it in. Acorns either side of this 16. Well, my camera keeps playing up, keeps flicking in and out. I don't know what I'm filming at the moment, so hopefully I'm capturing something. This is like a hedgehog pendant. This is the Super Menthol, not Supermen, Singleton's Snuff. It's from England, which I found really funny. Lovely pewter button. Do like to find me a good button. Probably reuse that for something. A buckle, late 1800s, early 1900s, I would say. It's nothing fancy. A bullet, which I don't think has been fired, but I'm not sure. This item, which I have no clue about, but it's got this wooden cane in it, so I don't know if it's part of a walking stick. The metal bear claw, of course. Wonderful car, and as a testament to its build quality, the front doors still work, but she's a fixer-upper, made in Macau, and she is the Jaguar as I thought it was. It's the XJ6 by the looks of it, or the XJ8, is it? I don't know if they made an XJ8, can't read that properly. But yeah, she needs a bit of work. A lid off something, don't know exactly what that's off. That incredible tiny and detailed patterned button, beautiful little thing. Another small flat button. Sorry about the car. And this wonderful soldier, he would have had a sword. He has a sword belt and a sword scabbard here, and he's holding that with his left hand, and the right hand, which I'm assuming would have had the sword in it, obviously has broken off. He's missing his legs. And the hat, now this is what I'm curious about. Is that hat a French hat? It looks French to me, but I'm not sure. Anyway guys, I'll show this again. This is a advertising for Bouillon. There's always something you forget, but here's well, it's not always, but here's the lead piece from earlier on. I don't know if it's a bullet, but I don't think it is, or at least it's a repurposed one if it is.
I think that's a gaming piece of some kind. Anyway, I like to find these personal finds. Moving on.